Speaker, and thank you, distinguished colleagues, for this privilege. Mr. Speaker, this bill to amend the CBN centered on 5 things, on 8 areas, but I just want to highlight and rise to pressing need to strengthen governance, autonomy, transparency, and accountability of the Central Bank of Nigeria, particularly in the light of recent national global economic realities. As an apex monitoring authority, the CBN plays a very central role in stabilizing the financial system, ensuring monitoring
Honorable colleagues, this is a very important bill. I would like you to listen and also read the lead debate before you. It's a fundamental change to the CBN Act. I need you to read through the debate, please.
Thank you. As an apex monitoring authority, the CBN plays a very central role in stabilizing the financial system, ensuring monetary credibility, safeguarding price stability, and promoting public confidence in the Nigerian economy. However, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, in recent years, ranging from government concern, foreign exchange distortion, moral policy inconsistent, weak oversight mechanism to challenge weakness around currency redesign and policy communication has exposed a structural gap in the principal act, and that is the essence why this bill is being proposed to amend the CBN Act, first on 8 areas. One, to separate the role of governor and the board of director chairman to avoid concentration of powers and ensure professional oversight. The second aspect this bill helps to incur is to introduce a single 6 years non-renewable tenure for the governor of the central bank and deputies. The third aspect of this bill intended to provide is to restricting ways and means advances to 10% of the previous year's actual renewal to prevent physical abuse and implementary financing. The fourth aspect is to mandate a uniform exchange rate and prohibit the use of foreign currency for domestic transaction except authorized areas. The sixth area this bill intends to help in putting our financial stability of this nation is to requiring a 90 days notice, impact assessment, and national assembly being briefed before any currency redesign and dominization. The sixth aspect this bill helps to occur to ensure that we have a financial stability is to strengthen financial stability oversight, including microprudence tools.
Okay, round up.
Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, I want you to, if you look into this area, find out that these are the necessary things that is obtainable in other countries that help us to stabilize our CBN agency, being the highest bank, the only bank that has day-to-day operation. In the light of this, I wish to appeal to you for us to look into this, because Nigeria has made some gains, and we want to strengthen the CBN more to do more. I seek your support.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is my name. I represent the people of Dogwa Tudunwada Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my respected colleagues, I rise this very good afternoon to lend my support and voice to this very important bill moved in the name of the leader of this House and eventually moved by my friend, a respected member of this House. Mr. Speaker, I would like to say that apart from all other resolutions or points he has raised and highlighted, I would like to believe that the bill has within its content a very insightful intendment. The intendment of the bill, like he rightly said, is to strengthen the institution of the central bank, especially the office of the governor, for the fact that the central bank holds the key not only to the financial engagement or activities of our country, but to a larger extent, the economic activities of our great country. And it is the same virtually in every other economy. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is therefore commendable that the mover of the motion said clearly that there is need to strengthen that office as an institution. And I've gone through most of the highlights of the bill. I have not seen where actually the bill is targeting or intending to strengthen or empower an individual. It is, of course, an institutional bill. And I want to take special interest in the fact that I remember when I was the leader of this house in the 9th Assembly, we had a challenge. Suddenly, overnight, the policy makers, and I want to say, without fear of being quoted, policy makers, not even the driver, the leader of the regime, the leader of that government, who was on the driver's seat. It was like a connivance. They suddenly came up with what they call Naira redesign Nigerian Naira, pushing the government to take a policy that was apparently not a popular policy at a time when the nation was facing an election process. This house stood at that time against that thing. Okay. And an ad hoc committee was said to be led by myself to engage and interface with the then President Muhammadu Buhari, which we did. The intention to redesign Naira then, for me, was not a good one. It was in a bad faith. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I am particularly encouraged that this bill should be passed with the speed of the light because of this very point, that for any process or for any government to undertake any policy of redesign of Naira or change of Naira denomination, it has to have the backing of the institution of the legislature. This was lacking, or is apparently lacking, in the CBN bill today. So the sole intention to bring to this honorable institution, and not with any ulterior motive, to bring these powers to the people of Nigeria that are represented in this chamber, I think is a beautiful one. Whichever government we have at any time in point that wants to redesign Naira or redenominate our Naira note, or to even change whatever as far as Naira is concerned, it has to do that with the mandate of the institution of the legislature that represent the interests of the larger society of our own country. I have seen in this bill that clear intention that there has to be a 90 days notice, and it has to go with the mandate and approval of the institution of the National Assembly. Honorable members, I want to tell you that this is a popular bill. It is intended to strengthen the institution. It has also given back to the people their power to control not only the currency, but to control our economic process and economic activities in this country. I would like to urge and plead with honorable members that we give this bill a speedy passage. It's going to be in the larger interest of the people of Nigeria and our economy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank you, honorable members, for listening.
Thank you. Of this bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to Committee on Banking Regulations. Most distinguished colleagues, the second order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles. Sorry, please, clerk, the long title, please.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Central Bank of Nigeria Act to allow for proper day-to-day operations, professional oversight and checks and balances, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to Committee on Banking Regulations. Honorable Joe, you didn't stand up to bow to the House to thank them. Always remember to be grateful. The second order of the day is commencement of the debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Armed Forces Medical College, AFCOM, and for related matters standing in the name of Honorable Babajimi Benson. Honorable members will record that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 18 November 2025. And I invite Honorable Benson to move that the bill be now read the second time.